Hi guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my BookCon experience and a haul of all the things that I got at BookCon. This year I went to BookCon. It was at the Javits Center in New York City, and I just wanted to do this video to show you guys, to tell you guys about how BookCon was for me and show some of the things that I got at BookCon. I actually didn't buy anything at BookCon. I decided beforehand, first of all, that I'm spending money to go to this event. I went both days, Saturday and Sunday. So I'm spending money to go to this event, so I didn't really want to spend more money. So Saturday, I was really late. A lot of people got there at like 7 a.m. to line up and everything. I really think that's a little bit extra. I will say that I got there really late. I wasn't really planning to get there really late. I was up really late the night before because I went to Gov Ball, which there will be a vlog of coming soon in case you're interested. But I got home really late that night, and then the next day was BookCon, so I was like, there's no way I'm getting up at 7 a.m. to be in line at 8 a.m. when the doors don't even open until 10, but I ended up really oversleeping and waking up at 10. I ended up getting there around 12:30, and I wanted to go to a panel at 1, so I just ended up walking around for half an hour, and I stood in line to get this tote, which I think turned out to be like the it tote of BookCon. As you can see, it's very nice. It's full of stuff right now because it's all the stuff that I ended up getting on Sunday, which we'll obviously get to. Yeah, this is a nice tote. It has a nice zipper, and on the front it says Totes Books and then underlined, which was the company giving it away, which is actually part of Penguin Teen. The line was pretty long, but it moved pretty quickly. Yeah, I got that tote, and then I left that line just in time to go see the Allison Raskin and Gabby Dunn in real life panel. Allison Raskin and Gabby Dunn, if you don't already know, are two YouTubers, not booktubers. They make fun comedy videos. They used to work for BuzzFeed, even though no one talks about that anymore. And they wrote a YA book. I forgot what the book is called. Probably have the cover here or something. So they had a panel to talk about it and just talk about like their working experience and all this stuff, and it was really fun. I really like them as people and like their YouTube channel, so I had a good time. After the panel, I think I just walked around some more, and then I stood online to get this Owl Crate tote. Looks like this. This is also full of stuff because this is the stuff that I got on the first day of BookCon. Most of it is just papers for day one. Like I got this like newsletter kind of thing, Publishers Weekly, but like Book Expo, BookCon edition. I also won this calendar from the Owl Crate booth. Oh, I forgot to mention the Owl Crate booth. In order to win something, you have to spin this wheel, and it had like various prizes on them. Some of them were like this calendar. You could win like a free box or something. This was actually in a previous Owl Crate, which is kind of annoying because I own it. It's one of the Owl Crates that I did get, so I do own this calendar. I don't know what to do with it now, but yeah, I have that. I also got this tote bag from Chronicle Books. Oh, I think it folds up. I actually only got 3 tote bags. I just showed you them all. A lot of people get so many tote bags, and I thought I was gonna get more on Sunday because like I got all 3 of these this Saturday, but I ended up not. And the last thing I got was actually a book, and that was an arc of Rest in Peace, Eliza Hart by Alison Scheinmel. That's what it looks like. This book actually seems interesting. I was actually wandering the show floor. BookCon has an app that people can use, and in the app someone was like, Scholastic is giving away something at 3 o'clock, and it was like $2.55, so I just walked to the Scholastic booth and picked this up. I'm actually really glad I did because I was reading the synopsis, and it seems like something I'd really be interested in. It's about a girl whose childhood best friend is found dead, and then she's trying to figure out what happened to her. It sounds like a mystery thriller and something I'm really interested in. It comes out November 28th, 2017. Next, I saw Connor Francis' panel, who is another YouTuber, but not a booktuber. He is really popular in like the younger age crowd, so I'm a little bit above his age demographic. And he was one of the first YouTubers I started watching when I first got into YouTube. I watched him like talk about his book. He's releasing the book, hence why he's at BookCon, or he already released it, it's out now. And he talked about like writing the book and all this stuff and like being a YouTuber.
So yeah, we had no idea what we wanted to call it. It was a visual experience, like a big visual representation of the book, because obviously I lived everything in my book, but I wanted to find a new way to bring the reader into the book, quite literally. So they got to walk through this installation on my 18-city US tour that was involved 3 rooms, and each room represented a rough theme in the book, and it had anything from, well now it's done, so I guess I can spoil it, because it's sad. They literally took it after the tour and like took it apart in Kentucky of all places.
Oh, Carl!
R.I.P. Carl in Kentucky.
And then I left that to go to a different panel, which was the Booksplosion panel, which, if you don't already know from watching booktube videos, consisted of Kat from Catty-tastic, Jessie from Jessie the Reader, and Christine from Poland Bananas Books. They just were on stage talking, and they played some icebreakers, and then it was mostly the Q&A panel. It was a lot of fun. I like seeing them, and I think I have a clip of them, so I'll insert that clip now.
Kat, should we do you first? No. No? Why?
Why not?
Because I feel like I'm lame. Well, start with the lame ones to get
Alright,
the
number 3! Yeah, let's go!
You, Jessie first.
Okay, fine, I'll do one. Okay. I don't remember what I put down, so. Cedar. Okay. I once cracked my head open playing tug-of-war with my babysitter.
How old were you?
I was 6. Yeah.
How old was the babysitter?
They were in their 30s, I want to say.
Did you like her?
I did like her. We're related to her. So.
Oh, so how?
My mom's cousin's daughter.
So after the Booksplosion panel, I just went home because I was exhausted. The next day was Sunday, which I will say was a lot better of a day for me. Sunday, I got to do basically everything I wanted. I got there on Sunday at around 10:30, which is, I would say, the optimal time, unless you have something that starts at exactly 10:15, because I basically just walked in. I didn't have to go to the queue hall or anything, so I waited almost no time, basically. And then once I walked in, I did want to see the Books plus YouTube equals Booktube panel, which had a bunch of YouTubers who I forgot almost all of them. Actually, I know Emma from Emma Books was there, and Zoe from Read by Zoe, and also I think Sasha from A Book Utopia were there, and then 2 other people who I can't remember right now. But I didn't get to see that because I wanted to go to E. Lockhart's signing, and that was at 11 or 11:15, and I wanted to get to E. Lockhart's signing early because I figured there was going to be a huge line, and I was not incorrect. There was a huge line. There was a lot of shuffling around, long wait. I basically waited 2 hours to get my book signed, but while I was waiting, I got an ARC somehow, because basically there was another table where they were doing a giveaway next to it, so I had the people behind me who were very nice just save my spot so that I could go get the giveaway book, because there was no line. Basically, it was a very fast moving line, and I did it in 2 minutes. And the book I got, The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I've never heard of this before. This is a fantasy book, I want to say, set in Russia, about a girl whose dad gets remarried, and then her stepmother bans her family from honoring household spirits, which is something that they believe in. And then misfortune comes on the village, and it's up to the main girl to somehow fix it, I think. This is actually not an ARC, I think it's a finished copy. And then after waiting for so long, I got Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart, and it's signed. It says Lucy, E. Lockhart. Says my name. This is the post-it they make you write so they don't spell your name wrong. And then she also had 2 stamps. One is for this book, Genuine Fraud, Nothing But Trouble and Proud of It. And then one for We Were Liars, Be a Little Kinder Than You Have To. And when she was signing it, she was really nice. She was like, this has more violence and more wigs. So I don't know what that means, but it sounds really interesting, and I'm excited to have it and read it. Because I was standing in line for that autographing so long, I ended up missing a panel I really wanted to see, which was It Devours, which featured a lot of people from Welcome to Night Vale, which is a podcast that I listened to. I did a review of their first book, in case you're wondering. They had a panel where they talked about it. I caught the last 3 minutes. It was really sad. But the reason I stayed on the E. Lockhart line, besides the fact that I really like E. Lockhart, is that I did have a ticket to their autograph signing. So I knew I wasn't going to miss my chance to see them forever. And so I did get their autographs. So yeah, I got things signed by them, and I also got this chapter sampler of It Devours. This I also got signed, but not personalized. I can't tell you whose signature is whose because I cannot read it. And then the 2 books that I did get signed, Welcome to Night Vale, this one. Yeah, look at the signatures. This is them signing this one. I also got a picture with them because the girl behind me was like, I'll take a picture of you if you take a picture of me. And then so we exchanged phones, and she was really cool, and they were all super nice, and I'm really glad I got to meet them. So that was the last thing. I didn't go on any other signing lines because there were none that interest me or weren't super duper long, and I just walked around the main floor a lot. There was like supposed to be a book giveaway from Epic Reads. There were so many people there. They were like, oh, it's cut off. Oh, that happened a lot also, where I was like looking at lines and I was like trying to get on them, and then the person was like, oh, it's cut off. Whoever the bigger publishing house is for Epic Reads, I forgot, was doing a giveaway for this at the same time. So I did get one extra book, an ARC of Start Without Me by Joshua Max Felden. I've never heard of this before. I think it's kind of like a romance. But the cover seemed really cool, so I picked it up. They were giving away like a bunch of books, but none of them really interested me, and I didn't really want to carry a super heavy book. So that's everything I got, and then the last thing that I did was go to the BookTube fan meetup, which was fun. I was a little nervous going at first because, as I said earlier, I'm not really good at talking to people, and that's kind of what you do at meetups, talk to people, but I thought it'd be good for me, and the people I ended up sitting with were really cool, and I'll have their channels linked down below. And it was also nice to talk to people because I hadn't really been talking to people all day, because I didn't mention this earlier, but I did go to BookCon alone both days, which I wouldn't say I don't recommend, because basically I got to do whatever I want without anyone's opinion in the way of what I was doing, but it probably would have been nice to have someone else. And then after the fan meetup, I went back on the floor for a little bit because people had said that publishers want to get rid of the books they have with them, so they don't have to like carry them back to their offices or whatever, but I couldn't really find any. I saw Penguin was giving away some books, but there was like a huge crowd around them, and they were like doing games to like give them away, and I was like, that's a lot of effort for me, so I just left. And yeah, that was the end of my BookCon weekend. I think I will be going again next year, but just one day. I think 2 days, I don't know, was just a lot for me. But, you know, I could be saying all this and then next year I end up going both days again. So it really depends on like what the panels are, like who's going to be there. I would recommend that you go because I did have fun. Also, I would suggest bring your own lunch, because Saturday I bought lunch and it was almost $20 for a mediocre chicken sandwich and fries. And I was really bad about it. I obviously didn't get as many books as some other people did, which is fine. I'm completely fine with it. I honestly have no idea how people came from BookCon with like 30 plus books. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you went to BookCon, let me know how your experience was. If you didn't go to BookCon, let me know what you thought about my experience, or like what you would have done if you were there. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!